Thank you, Dr. Shell. Coombs.
I think we need to constantly tell our clients the importance of tech. So I don't think we drum it into their ears enough. So they shut it down and we let it go. If they shut down your payment, would you let it go? So we need to keep drumming it into their ears that tech is important. And eventually they will listen. But they need to listen because we cannot keep being where we were. So if it's important to you, you need to get them to understand how important it is to their processes, to the end results, to their guests. So we need to constantly push tech. We need to push it.
Okay, as one voice, we need to push tech. I think that's what we're saying here. All of us need to push tech. It helps everyone, the industry, the events, the return on investment. I always tell, when a client says, oh, this is, I'm like, events are expensive. There is nothing we can do about it. Once you go on that path, just do it well. So definitely embrace tech more. I like the point about collaboration. I think people are taking that on board a bit more, but we just need to do it more. If you're not good at something, just leave it. Let somebody else handle it. Is Erin still on? So I thank you all. Thank you guys for an amazing discussion. Please, can we appreciate the panel? Erin Chapman, Kumi Ariyo, Sheo Akingo. Please, I need to take a picture. Please leave her on the screen. We'll take a picture. Where are you? Please take pictures. Take pictures. Yes, we'll take a virtual hybrid picture. But yeah, let's embrace tech and let's collaborate more. Let's keep learning. Some things might not be easy at the beginning. There might be bugs. Everybody that is in tech knows there are bugs. But the more you use them, the more they learn. And yes, Nigerian customers especially, I know, can be a bit tough. Can be really tough when you want them to do something new. Even retailers that try to sell on websites struggle. They'll say, oh no, we just want to send a message. So we can be a bit tough, but we just need to push it with one voice so that our events become bigger, better, more automated, and people just get what they're paying for, basically. So thank you, guys. Thank you so much. So congratulations. Thank you, and thank you all for being part of this journey. This is what collaboration is about. You call someone, they take 2 hours of their time, 3 hours of their time, going through. They have their own hectic schedules, and they actually discuss with you and say, okay, this is the way to go, this isn't the way to go. And I appreciate you guys for that. Thank you very much. Yes. Oh, sorry, yes, we're supposed to have Q&A.
Of course, I'm just waiting for you to round up your very beautiful speech. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Tobilanihu, Shehu, Kumi, and Erin.
Is Erin still on?
Yeah, it's super excited to be here at TEPS Launch. Yeah, my name is Prince Obasi, and as part of the product development team of TEPS, as a product manager, I'm super happy to see this come to life. Developing TEPS is quite an amazing journey, an amazing experience, seeing the product take life and take shape to what it is today. And you know, it's an ongoing story, right? Really, TEPS is here to revolutionize the attendees' journey, to make the attendees' journey a new face in our society and to the world.
Let's quickly do Q&A.
Right.
Sorry, we should stand up.
I'm here.
After Q&A now. Okay, want to quickly do Q&A. I forgot about that. Any question? Mr. Mahogany has a question or a comment. Mr. Mahogany, Mr. Shola of Mahogany.
My name is not actually Mahogany, even though people think it is. 2 questions, if I can remember them. Anyway, the second one was that I can remember is when we look at TEPS, is that how we're saying it?
Yes,
pronouncing it? Okay. Why should I use TEPS as opposed to using Eventbrite, for example?
Okay.
My first question, which I can now remember, is this. If I go to a client and I present TEPS and they're going to say, wow, fantastic, brilliant, love it, why do I need you? Those are my 2 questions.
So the second question I would answer after our demo. When you see the demo, you ask that question. The first question is, I don't want you to need me. I want you to need TEPS. That's it. It's DIY. I want everyone to log on and use it, pay for it. Anybody anywhere in the world. We want to eliminate all those bottlenecks. You don't need me for anything, to be very honest. You just need your laptop, log on, and that's it.
So event planners become
No, at all.
It doesn't plan your event.
It doesn't plan
It doesn't plan your event.
It automates your event.
It automates your events.
Yes.
Okay.
But not the whole event experience.
I agree. Kumi, as you know, and I'm sure a lot of event planners have experienced when we go to events, is that your client can pay a musician 10 million, 20 million. They can pay other sets of people even for services or products. But when it comes to the event planners, they don't want to pay us. And then you are adding technology, which is good, by the way. I'm just trying to be a devil's advocate here. Is it not making it even harder for us to justify why they should pay us the fees that we are requesting?
I do not agree with that. And that's why I say we need to let them see the importance. If they see how important it is, they see the importance of the artist, they see the importance of the rice and the champagne, they need to see the importance of TEPS.
But
So if you're doing, I mean, let's even take a random social event as an example, right? You've paid your artist 10, 20 million and you bought all the champagne and all this food and your guests can't get it. It's pointless, right? So I think it's the point of helping your clients see the ease or the benefits of getting their guests in on time with no stress. Because, so for instance, personally, I don't like to attend events. Because as soon as, before I walk in, I'm already like, let's just be going home, I beg, right? So if I'm like that, I assume that a lot of people are like that as well, right? But if getting into that event is so seamless and I get in, I can enjoy your 20 million naira artist or whatever it is that you paid for. So I think as an event planner, that's what you want to help your client to see. That there's no point spending all of this money if your guests are already flustered, their is off before they get in because they're rushing to get in and all of those things. It's pointless.
I would try and answer your question again when we've done the demo. Maybe there'll be some clarity. But he actually has a valid point. They're already struggling in event planners.
Yeah, so this is not an event. So I think, look at it from me, this is not an event planner fee. It has nothing to do with your event planner.
Nothing whatsoever.
Your event planner can do everything they're supposed to do and tick all the boxes.
And registration is still crappy.
But registration is still a mess, right? And it's not even just even beyond the guests. Think about all of your vendors. They also need to be registered. They also need to go through the process. So it's think about it in a different way. Don't sell it to your clients as part of your event planning solution or event planning fee. They would never pay for it.
Okay, so we have two hands.
Let's take more questions. The gentleman in glasses.
Yeah, thank you very much.
We have two gentlemen on the front.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. So my name is Muitin, and I guess my question really is, and I want to be very frank and honest. So, and this is not about TEPS, right? So I've listened to people speak about technology and say how it's nice and it's the future. And really my real question is, I cannot take, and I don't want to make it a generational thing, but I have to be clear. I can't really take older people, I hate to use it, but I can't really take older people seriously when it comes to these matters, just because I know you people are smart people. You know, you've known what was up for a while.
I'm
No,
talking
and
about
it's like
us.
I need to just be honest. Yeah. People, I think a 40, because I think at the end of the day you see age gap. So I think anyone between 35 and 40. Look,
Calm down, everyone.
No, wait. I think truly, I'm having this conversation because I want us to actually solve the problem, and it's not paying lip service to the issue. People have been making solutions for a while. These people that we come to meet are the same people in the corridors speaking to the events planners. People are making tech solutions. And everybody will act as if these guys are coming up with nonsense.
That's not what I'm saying.
And it's fine. right, is what it is. Now, obviously, I believe in Toby, I support TEPS. I think it makes sense. But for me, it's a thing of, look, it is very hard to then go to the market and expect people to take you seriously. And I think that's what we always miss. Because people have been watching all that's happened for the last 5 years, where they've come, they've started businesses, they've gone to institutions, and people have said, no, we're not going to use your solution. You guys don't know what you're talking about. And then all of a sudden, someone in your camp does it, and it makes sense. Like, so I think for me, it's like, look, there's a place where we need to have a serious conversation if we actually want to grow this kind of industries. So thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I think Sean wants to respond. I think by the time
I'm
you
still
feel
traumatized by the call and all.
So to give you some background, Muhyiddin is actually a tech founder as well, and I know we haven't spoken in depth about some of the frustrations, but I've seen online some of your frustrations, and we've actually had 1 or 2 conversations. So yes, he's provided some solutions, and as he said, if you're not in that camp, they don't even want to listen, whereas it solves their problem. So you have a point, and that's why we're having this conversation, and that's why we need to build communities where we actually solve these problems. We have 3, okay, everybody's, okay, this gentleman, then that gentleman, then this lady's. Okay.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. My question is, it's about
Recording in progress.
it's about vendors actually, and I want to ask if TEPS. I don't really have the full scope of it, but if it addresses this particular issue, I've been thinking about if you go to different industries, you find hubs that are situated on tech. I've been thinking of it's a hub, like a vendor hub, where you can actually have access to different vendor categories, and probably the users of these vendors come and actually rate and rank these vendors. Something like probably like TripAdvisor, something like that, where you can go and say, look, an event planner can go there and say, look, I want to plan an event. I have these categories of vendors. You can see their rankings, their ratings, their prices, and you choose it. Is that part, is TEPS addressing that now, or is it something you're looking at down the line, or is it something that you're not even looking at all?
Okay, so it's funny you asked that. So first of all, it's not something that we have in our immediate plans, but it's something that in our event communities, we actually just discussed this on a group the day before yesterday. And what TEPS is also hoping to achieve is begin these conversations and people taking on, we can't do everything. To develop this, to be honest, it's not cheap, and it takes a while. So I'm happy so we were on a Twitter interview the other day, and people were asking this kind of questions, are you going to do that, are you going to do this? I'm like, no, we're not going to do some of these things, but we want other people to do it, because what then happens is, I love tech. You can integrate different solutions even in this. So I'm happy for someone to do it. We integrate it in TEPS. Awesome. But it's something that we need to do and find a way of protecting that kind of platform from people just, for lack, I'm sorry, I can't think of an English word, winching people, right? Just think of another way. People that are not Nigerian, winching is when you're just trying to, what's the English for winching? Sabotage. Thank you. Saboteur. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. So, Mr. Olasokwe, we are not planning in any immediate, but we're happy to collaborate, encourage, and come up with different solutions. So thank you for that. But yes, we definitely need to do that. Mr. Musu had a question. No, before him, the man behind you had a question. Then we'll go to him. Then we'll go to Tolagwe and Tina and Stephanie. Thank you. I didn't know we were going to have this many questions.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. I actually don't have a question. I have a suggestion. I would have thought you would achieve more mileage and leverage if the questions and answers come after the launch of the product and you've done a demo. Because a lot of this, I think, is actually preempting the demo.
Okay.
So maybe you might want to tweak your program a little bit.
Okay. So you can imagine, that's my client. So you can imagine when you're working with this kind of person, where we are planning an event, how that goes. Okay, but yes, the question should please be directed at the panel and what we've discussed. Anything TEPS related, we'll definitely respond immediately after. We have lots to eat and drink. We hope you're not rushing anywhere. The weather is just chill with us. So do we have events, the panel-based questions?